Assalamualaikum semuanya, jumpa lagi dengan Run Family. Hari ini kita mau naik bus pinter. Busnya itu nggak ada drivernya. Nah, sebelum itu kita harus beli tiket dulu. Tiket buat si mobil ini. Kalau nggak nanti kena tilang lagi kayak waktu itu pernah tuh kena tilang. Lupa show tiket buat di mobilnya. Nanti kena tilang kalau nggak dipasang. Bus yang mau kita naikin ini adalah program gratis dari RAC. Kalian kalau mau daftar di sini bisa gratis. Sebelumnya bisa buka di websitenya di Intellibus RAC. Nanti daftar, isi formnya, datang ke sini, show deh tiket online itu. Hai guys, hari ini kita mau naik apa kak?
Bus yang nggak ada
Naik bus tapi nggak ada drivernya. Jadi drivernya siapa nah? Hantu.
hantu itu hantu drivernya.
Kita mau naik bus yang nggak ada drivernya nih, dia RAC. Terus di sini gretong ya kan, kita sukanya carinya gretong. Yuk ikutin terus ya. Kita lihat gimana sih busnya yang unyu-unyu terus nggak ada drivernya. Ayo. Ini jadwal keberangkatan bisnya. Kalian bisa lihat juga di websitenya. Ada jam berapa aja sih kita bisa pergi naik bis ini.
You did it online. Hello there. Hi. You've got a booking for this issue there? Is it Jimmy? And Peter? Okay, excellent. Fantastic. Can I just scan in with your the safe WA app just there? So what is your mobile number?
0477.
This is what you've already done.
Kak, keren juga ya kalau kita bawa pulang terus mobilnya nggak perlu driver. Kan kalau mau mengantuk. Ya stop katanya omnya.
So we're going to have a quick chat about the technology. Now, you've been on the bus before.
Yeah.
You've been on the bus before. And you've been on the bus before. And you guys haven't been on the bus yet. So we're going to talk about some things that we talked about the other day. Pretty much exactly the same. So basically we're going to talk about the technology that allows the bus to run without a driver. So no steering wheel, no pedals, run by a computer. Right? And so we use a whole bunch of sensors in order for the bus to, one, know what's going on around it, and two, to know where it is. The main one we rely on is the LiDAR. The LiDAR, light detection and ranging, is what it stands for. In our case, the light is lasers. So we've got 38 lasers. There's one there, 16 up there, one on each side, and the other end is the same as this side, which I'll explain again. Yeah, so the 16, we call that our 3D LiDAR. So what it does, it fans out, and they spin around 20 times a second, shoot out till they hit something, and they create a map in the computer on board, so like a point cloud map there, so I can see what's going on. We're relying on them heavily because we're not using our cameras. The cameras are on, they are collecting data, but we're not using them because we're not allowed to let the bus make a decision. So anything that steps in front of the bus, this is our priority zone, 10 metres, 10 centimetres to the side, the bus is going to react, and it depends on how far it is as to how fast it reacts. We're not using the cameras. How the bus knows where it is, the same way with pretty much all technology, it's GPS. So we use a GNSS system, which GPS will talk to 3 satellites, we talk to 18. And basically with all those satellites, it brings us into a much greater accuracy of knowing exactly where we are. We have odometry, all the wheels have an odometer that measure every single centimetre of travel as well. So we can rely on that for short distances if we can't see enough satellites. We can rely on the odometry to know where we are. So the sensors on the front are the same as the other side because the bus is symmetrical. So the front and back are the same. Reason for that, the company that makes it, Navia, is in France. In France they drive on the other side of the road, and they thought, well, let's have one shuttle that we can have anywhere in the world. So in Australia, this is the front, the doors are curbside, and off we go in this direction. Anywhere else in the world, so the US or Canada or China or Europe. There's a lot of driving into the side. All we do is a quick software change, these become rear lights, the doors are curbside, and we travel off in this direction. And it's just much easier than having a different shuttle, which is pretty handy. Bus is fully electric. The battery sits in there, 1.2 tonne lithium ion phosphate battery. We plug it in every night. So what we do, a day like today, we probably only use about 20% of the battery because it's a shorter day. Longer days, Thursday, Fridays, we normally would use about 25% of the battery throughout the day, going from 9 to 4. Yesterday we had the air conditioning on because it was hot. We actually used 85% of the battery yesterday because the air conditioner uses so much power.
Yeah, for the
rest
little
of the
bit
bus doesn't
much
really
of
use
power.
very efficient.
How long does it take to recharge that battery?
Probably we think it's about 6 hours. We don't know because when we go back to the shed, we check everything, do our logs, plug it in, and then we go home. And then we come back in the morning at 8:30 and then we'll unplug it. So it lives up the other end, near the
mill?
Yeah, right near the old mill. So there's a shed there. So we park it up in the shed so it's protected. We plug it in overnight and then it charges up. You've probably seen on the road, you've probably seen the fast chargers, Tesla chargers and things along those lines. Some of those chargers can actually get power into the vehicle in about half an hour. We've never used a fast charger on this, so we don't know, but it is a very large battery. Probably a fast charger might take about an hour, and we use the slow charger. It probably takes about 6 hours, but we've never sat around to watch it.
Why not? Next time you want.
Yeah, I'll make sure I get paid for it. See this mate sit there going 20%, they were at 25%. So being electric is very, very quiet, and also there are no emissions. So we like that. In fact, it's very, very clean. Any questions about the exterior of the bus, or should we go for a journey?
Let's go for the journey.
Okay, so jump on board. If you want to go forwards, that's that seat there. It's the forwards direction. There's another seat there if anyone else wants to go forwards as well. The most fun we can have today. It's exactly the same way. And as you can see, Emily's holding an Xbox controller. So you get a lot of people who are younger know how to play Xbox. They know how to play it. Basically, this is what the future holds. You probably won't need a license anymore. You won't need to drive. We can just sit back with a glass of wine and let the bus do all the work for us. Yeah. So the speeds are all programmed in. We've set it up that way, but it's not making decisions.
So how fast do we go?
We're going 19.4 kilometres an hour right now. The top speed of the shuttle is 25 km an hour. We're not allowed to go above 20. So we set it to go a maximum speed of 19.8, just so that we don't know the death now. And that's partly it. So today we actually go a lot slower on the weekends than we do on the weekdays. The weekdays, heading up that way, there's no parking on the left so we can go faster. Today there's parking on both sides, so it's really busy, so we go quite slow.
It really gets a workout.
It does, we only
Getting through.
yeah, well we only go about 14 k's an hour, but because our priority zone on the side is only 10 centimetres, it's interesting to see if it's 10 centimetres to a wind mirror, the bus won't even slow down, it's going to keep on going. Between 5 and 10 centimetres it'll recalibrate, it might slow down a little bit, and at 5 centimetres it'll probably stop. And that's when Emily would have to take control.
When do you think these are going to be in order into the city?
We say 3 to 5 years, but we said that 3 to 5 years ago. It's a tough one because we've been doing this now for 5 years.
Yeah.
Legislation has not changed at all.
Oh, really?
And so we're the only autonomous
Where's the problem?
vehicles. Well, yeah, it's red tape.
Yeah.
We're the only autonomous vehicle on public roads in Australia, and we're the oldest child in Australia as well. The main problem is there's a lot of legislation regarding the driver. We don't have a driver. We don't have a steering wheel. We don't have pedals. So they don't know what to do with us. So if something happened, who do you blame? Do you blame the person who owns it, the person who coded it, who's at fault? So they don't know that.
I think you blame the person that ran into.
Well, and that's exactly right. The question we get all the time is, has the bus ever hit anything? The answer is no. Would the bus ever hit anything? The answer is no. The bus would stop very, very quickly. Someone could hit us, but then they're hitting a stationary vehicle. We've got cameras front and back, so we've got proof.
Yeah, but they're not trying to say that. They're trying to do the wiggle worm, by
Well,
saying, you know,
the thing there is, if there was a car here that was in the way, and the bus drove around it without a chaperone, and something happened while it was on the wrong side of the road, then it was a fault. And this is what they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to drive it.
because I heard that they were planning on stopping people taking a bus across the city and traffic, and just taking one of these to get into the city.
Makes
keep that
sense, doesn't
traffic
it?
up.
Certainly make a lot of sense.
It would be a
And
lot
if a
better.
vehicle like this, if you had a larger one, it could replace the cat buses.
Yeah.
So that was getting close there, so that it's just picking up that car
Yeah.
that's sticking out. It's just under 10 centimetres away. So I thought about it, recalibrated, went, we're good, and off it went again.
Yeah. It's totally incredible. It amazes me. The last time I was on it, it was during the week.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It wasn't over.
No, the weekends are much, much
It's
busier.
really interesting to see how it
Yeah.
does. Because the last time it didn't react at all. It just
Yeah.
went through and back. And yeah. This
So
is amazing.
Yeah, so during the week there's no one on that side, so we travel at just under 20 k's an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas right now we're doing about 14.
Yeah.
Because people step out like that guy. People step
they
out all
don't
the
even,
time.
they don't even think, do they?
They don't think, but also they can't hear us. That's why Emily's ringing the tram bell. And most journey intersection here, we treat it like a give way sign. Look around, it's good, let's go, don't need to stop. We're not allowed to let the bus make a decision, so we're going to come to a complete stop here, and that's what we programmed the bus to do. Emily's going to make the call that it's safe to go by pressing a go button.
So did you employ this fellow here?
Yep, so Jenny's on our side. So basically Emily can see there's nothing coming. She's making the call as a licensed driver, pressing the go button. The bus is using the sensors. If it agrees it's safe to go, it will go. Coming around the corner, Emily just radioed through to Jenny to let her know that we're coming. Jenny's going to step out behind us with a stop back. And the reason for that is we know what the bus is going to do, but we don't know what anyone around us is going to do.
Yeah.
So we're coming up here to say, right, our brake lights will be on, our indicator's already on. People will overtake us because they think something's wrong. They don't understand. So she's got to stop them from doing something silly.
Oh, isn't it?
That's why she's there. We're not allowed to, that's our shed over there. We're not allowed to leave the shed until traffic management are on site. So same thing here, we're crossing the midline. Emily's going to make the call that it's safe to go. She's going to press the go button. The bus will go, yep, there's nothing coming. I agree, let's go.
Oh, wow.
If something happened, we could blame a licensed driver. That's basically
Oh,
what we've got.
Emily, whiplash.
Yeah. So Emily's got the tough job today. I've got the easy job. I just get to talk to people.
Next week it's your turn.
Oh, we switch it up throughout the day, which is good fun.
Where do we sign up? I'd like your jobs.
Yeah, it's good. Just get in touch with RAC. So that looks like fun. How do I get involved? So coming around to the old mill, have you guys visited the old mill?
Not yet.
Yeah.
It's worthwhile.
It is. It's totally worthwhile. It's good fun. So the second oldest colonial building in Western Australia, 186 years old. Been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Almost back to its former glory. They renovated
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
It doesn't function anymore, so the sails don't spin,
Oh,
the
man.
wheels don't turn. It actually hasn't been a mill since 1859.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of other things since then.
And they made the bread for all different.
So basically that, when it was at its peak, it was grinding about 680 kilograms of flour per day. And that was for the people in the Swampland colony.
Yeah.
As things went on, they got bigger, this became redundant, and the colony grew. So after that it became a police station. It was an artist retreat, it was a chicken coop, it was a pub, it was a hotel, and it was a private residence. One of the owners actually took the roof off and had a drink and a smoke. So that was Perth's first rooftop bar. He said, absolutely no way, you move your road. So they did. So when you come off the bridge, the road kicks out of it, so we put the mill.
Other buildings where they should keep landmarks.
So having that piece of colonial history is very important. And also pre-colonial times, the Noongar people, this is a very important place for them as well.
That's
So
their
Miller's
thing,
Pool
yeah.
over here,
Yeah.
that's where the women used to go and give birth. So the men were not allowed down there at all. And so to have that piece of pre-colonial history as well is very, very important.
Yeah, East Perth has that too. Their
Yeah,
park.
exactly right, yeah. And I think it's good that these things are being brought back and with the language and the culture. It's very, very important for us to know these things and to remember what happened.
Yeah. Oh, you're very knowledgeable.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yeah. Go to the Wednesday, come catch the bus and go home.
Well, that's there. Wouldn't that be handy? Yeah. So a lot of people say, oh, wouldn't it be great down in Margaret River? You can do the wine tours. No.
Okay, down there, my ex said no problems ever.
Yeah, that's how we like it. Being a member-based organisation, we don't have to answer to shareholders. Basically, every member is a shareholder. So we can do things like this. We can make our money in different parts. And we can do the Intellibus. We can do the rescue helicopters. We can do the school training that we do. Emily goes into schools and teaches the kids about road safety and things like that. So you see how quiet it is. So the aircon's really loud. And it's so quiet, such a quiet vehicle. You can hear the computers whirring, you can hear me talking away. But it's really, really quiet. Really quiet vehicle.
Nah, busnya ini pinter banget. Jadi kalau ada beberapa meter di depannya ada orang, ada sepeda atau mobil, dia akan stop atau berhenti.
Isn't it less points when they're older because they're going to go anyway?
Yeah, it's too easy. Yeah.
20 points if they're young.
You want to try and get the cyclists who've got the Leica on.
Oh yeah.
I've already asked if we can get the lasers set to stun.
Especially the ones that going past the 35 and
Oh, the
they're pink and
Pelotons.
green and yellow. And
Well, it's bike month now, isn't it? Is this bike month? WA bike month.
yeah, I
So
see them.
plenty of them
I
around.
see them up on a Saturday morning. They start at 6 and
They
there's
do.
35 to 50 in a
Sure
pack,
are.
and they think they own the road.
They do think they own the road. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're chatting away about their week.
Three
You can hear
abreast.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're calling this person and that person down. And they're
We're going to park here within 2 centimetres of where we left, which is pretty cool. Now, did anyone have any questions about the journey we just undertook?
Any question, Tansi? No?
go back the other way and get make sure we're not
This is the last one. Alrighty, so I've got some certificates for you guys. So, Yumna. Yumna, that's yours. Thank you. Tansy. Thank you, Tansy. Rose up. Yeah, it's yours. Finally, 2 rides until you got a certificate. Nita.
Thank you.
And Dixie. Thank you, Dixie.
I'll frame it like the other one.
Absolutely, that's what we expect as well. Make sure you tag us in the
I think
photos
the
as
other
well.
one last was what, on that 19th?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, so it was a while. You were due for a ride. Now, did you want any photos as well outside the bus? We'll get some photos of you guys.
I will do
Let's
it.
get some photos.
Let's go, let's go.
Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you.
United back, everyone.
Oke deh guys, sekian dulu kita udah naik mobil yang tadi drivernya tuh udah hantu. Lihat ini Dek, mana mobil yang drivernya hantu. Okay, we got the certificate. Adek, gimana tadi naik mobilnya? Senang nggak? Senang nggak tadi mobilnya nggak ada kan? Nggak ada drivernya ya, nggak ada supirnya ya. Bagus ya kalau, iya kan lucu kan? Kata omnya kita rata-rata dipoto di situ. Karena nggak ada ininya, nggak ada supirnya. Itu bagus ya kalau kita dapat begituan tuh. Ini dapat sertifikat ya. Tandanya Yuma sudah naik. Oke deh, sekian dulu ya video kita hari ini naik bus yang ada drivernya. Nah, bilang dadah.
Bye guys.
Bye guys, sampai jumpa lagi. Di sini banyak yang bawa anjing. Kita nggak punya anjing. Ada di rumah anjing-anjingan. Di sini banyak ya. Nanti kita jumpa lagi dengan video-video kami selanjutnya. Jangan lupa ya untuk subscribe, like, share, dan komen video-video kami.